Hey, keep cooking that dope, Mikey.
Baby, why you playing games? Baby, why you fucking with a link? Cause that nigga not gon' change, so that we are not the same. But you are with me, switching lanes, but I won't drive you insane. Baby girl, be my main thing. I'm just tryna change things. Baby, stop playing games. Stop playing games. I see your stories on IG, I know you got a man. I also see you always posting when he make you mad. He be playing with them pennies, got you looking bad. Use a diamond, you and him, that shit.
What's going on YouTube? You already know it's your boy Little T. Back in full effect. You already know how hey man, check it out. So we got Mikey Williams' future is in serious doubt, man. Yeah, bro. Last time I heard about Mikey, it was something he got into and he got booked for something. I can't really remember, but that's the last time I really heard from y'all. I ain't even hear about his court date. I know he got booked for something though.
According to investigators, the charges stem from a fight that broke out March 27th around midnight.
I think he put out a gun or something.
Home in Hamul.
At the East County Courthouse, where Mikey Williams was just arraigned on several charges.
If you're a basketball fan, you might be wondering, where is Mikey Williams? I mean, the last time we made a video about him, he was getting arrested.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of digging, and his future looks murky at best.
Murky?
I'm here to update you on everything. Whether or not he's even going to be playing college ball this season.
Wow.
Whether or not making it to the NBA is still realistic. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop, like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow.
The flight
mode.
mode.
Get out of the way. Cue the intro.
Hey y'all with the cross, Curry with the behind, Jordan with the
In 2020, there are two people that dominated my feed. One being Mikey Williams, the other being Flight Reacts. And yeah, I may have had something to do with the Flight Reacts portion. There's even a video of Mikey Williams posterizing Flight Reacts. I can't believe it. This was over 3 years ago. Just like yesterday, when Mikey Williams was on top of the world. At the time, in 2020, he was considered to be a 5-star recruit. He would eventually become...
Mikey was always just too cocky to me, yo. That's the only thing I really like about him. He was always like, he knew he was the shit. Like, it's cool to know you the shit, but to a certain limit. I just feel like he was always here too much, bro.
4-star recruit in 2023 by 24/7.
But he nice as he cool. I ain't gonna say he nice as shit. He cool. He cool. No hating shit. He cool.
Apex of high school basketball. His name was synonymous with players like Bronny James, and all he really had to do at that point and on is just work on.
I feel like him and Bronny like on the same level.
Nose clean, and
one kind of like a little bit better. I think Bronny a tiny bit better.
Millions and millions of dollars for the rest of his life. I guess for some people that's easier said than done.
Dang.
In 2020, Mikey Williams was without a doubt the king of high school basketball. He had jump out of the gym athleticism. He had prototypical size for a point guard, 6'3". He had a silky smooth jump shot and was a good ball handler. And again, bear in mind, this was around 2020. Mikey Williams was going to be part of the 2023 recruiting class. A lot of time to make up between 2020 and 2023. Ultimately, we know that he would still be within the top 50 for ESPN, being ranked at number 46, 31 at Rivals.
Yeah, somebody gonna still take a shot on him if you go on the draft house field.
But he wasn't able to maintain his spot as a top 3 recruit like he was in 2020. But regardless, the future for Mikey still seemed relatively bright. I personally have a relationship with his trainer, and I can personally say that one, the trainer is one of the hardest working individuals I've ever met. And two, Mikey Williams was in the lab with him consistently since 2020. But it seemed like all of this came crashing down on April 13th, 2023. If you guys remember, that was when we made our last video on him.
Yeah.
This is when Mikey Williams would get arrested in Southern California for felony assault with a weapon. And by the way, this wasn't just one count. At the time that we reported this, it was 5 counts. The article said that Mikey Williams was one of the country's best and highest paid high school hoop stars, and he was reportedly arrested in San Diego on Thursday on multiple felony assault charges. Police say that the 18-year-old matching Williams' name, birthday, and description was booked in San Diego County Jail just before 3:30 p.m. The outlet reports Mikey Williams was arrested on 5 counts of assault with a firearm. The alleged incident happened Thursday afternoon in Jamul, a suburb of San Diego, where Mikey bought a 3,700 square foot home last summer. It is just crazy the trajectory of high school basketball. I mean, the fact that Mikey Williams is making this type of money just off of
Joe was making millions.
NIL deals is insane.
He didn't even need to go to the NBA.
But it just gives you an idea of what his future could look like if he kept his nose clean. A 3,700 square foot home is is nuts. I mean, and considering he had that at the age of 18, it's even crazier.
Right.
Later on, we would learn that the incident that led to Mikey Williams' arrest occurred on March 27th before midnight in Jamul. Law enforcement tells us that there was a shooting in Jamul, an area in the eastern region of County, where someone fired at a car containing 5 people, including 3 minors, after an argument at a nearby house. Police don't say Mikey Williams was the shooter, though they note he's been charged with several counts of assault with a deadly weapon. So it's really a mixed bag at this point, because on one hand you have this player that truly had tremendous potential, and at the same time, once again, for the second time in Memphis basketball's history, you have another player that has the potential to be the best player in all of college basketball, getting into some trouble off the court, which without a doubt will damage his reputation. If you guys remember, previously we made a video over a year ago on Imani Bates, and in the case
Man, that's my nigga, my man, the shooter for the Cavs. That's my man's, man.
of Imani Bates, he was at least able to make it to the NBA.
He was fucking them up in the summer league.
The next Kevin Durant, like he was pegged to be originally. He was drafted towards the very end of the NBA draft by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And even prior to that, Memphis has had a long history with top-tier talent that got themselves into some trouble. James Wiseman during the 2019
Fuck Wiseman
wasn't
doing?
eligible to play. So at this point, you might be wondering, okay, Mike, what is Mikey Williams' future going to look like? Well, there's a huge question of whether or not he is even going to play for the Memphis Tigers and Penny Hardaway this year. It's important to note that there isn't a law allowing a student with felony charges to enroll in Memphis, but given the situation that Memphis is in and the stigma that has been surrounding Memphis for quite some time, is this really a message that the Memphis Tigers want to send? Now you might be wondering, Mike, you shouldn't stereotype an entire region of the world. But you take into account what happened with Imani Bates, and then you take into account what happened with Mikey Williams. And how about screw the Mikey Williams and Imani Bates situation? You take what happened with John Morant throughout this past year, and a lot of people are making these jokes about Memphis. And at a specific point, you have to wonder if this is something Memphis' head. Is it really the best message to send? Well, here's what we have recently. Penny Hardaway actually talked about whether or not Mikey Williams is even going to enroll in Memphis. At first saying
Penny Hardaway got old as shit.
Thus far with the program.
I didn't even know you was coaching.
I don't know how long
That's what's
that
up.
goes. I want him to be here, but obviously circumstances are gonna dictate that. Later on,
That would have been nice for Mikey, him getting coached by Penny, because Penny one of the greatest point guards of all time.
So that Mikey Williams' gun charges hearing would get postponed again. And this would be the 3rd time in less than 3 months that it would happen. A preliminary hearing is when a judge decides whether there is enough evidence for a case to proceed to trial. This was initially scheduled for June 29th. It was then postponed to July 12th, then to Tuesday, and now to October 10th. Mikey Williams' attorney, Troy P. Owens, there is new information that has been released, so we need additional time to prepare. The week prior, Penny Hardaway told the media last week that he was awaiting the outcome of the preliminary hearing before making any decisions on Williams' future at the school. So Hardaway says that we've got to wait and see. They're going to see if this is going to trial, and we'll go from there. And shout out to the reporter for asking Hardaway this, because he predicted the future when he asked if there was a way forward while the case remains unresolved. Hardaway said, man, then we'll have to get to those next steps. We haven't gone to those next steps yet. We don't know what's going to happen with the trial. That's out of our hands, but he's still our guy. It's important to note, April 13th, Mikey Williams pleaded not guilty, but even more recently, Mikey Williams is officially enrolled, but he's not with the team. And this is what Penny Hardaway had to say about it. I think Mikey is enrolled. That's per my knowledge. Interestingly enough, Penny Hardaway said, I'm more frustrated for Mikey, so I'm just trying to continue to support him. Hardaway also added that he and the Tigers have continued their preparation for the 2023 to 2024 season. The team's first exhibition game is set for October 29th against
That's
Lane
not that
College,
far.
which is less than 3 weeks after Mikey Williams' scheduled preliminary hearing date. It's very important to note that the Memphis Tigers clearly have a backup plan in the event that Mikey Williams cannot play. Javon Quinterly recently transferred from Alabama and plays the same position as Mikey Williams, which is also insane considering the fact that he's about to be 25 years old this upcoming season when he plays for the Memphis Tigers. We're going to keep you guys up to date on all this, man. It's truly an unfortunate
situation. You never too old to make it to the NBA. I'm not. Yes, you is. Cause Joe who played for the Lakers, remember that old Joe? He was like in the G League for hella years, and he finally got the opportunity. Hey man, that's gonna do it for Mikey, and that boy White Flight Mike. Let me know what's in the comments below. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Hope y'all enjoyed the vibe, man. Peace.